What's up, guys, and good morning. Today we are going to be doing some extra fun stuff. We got some unfortunate news last night. We didn't work yesterday, and when Brandon got up yesterday, he felt phlegmy and had a sore throat. And so we're kind of concerned that he is sick. We don't want him to get Allie and I sick. We also don't want Leo to get super sick. So we are not going to be working today, but we are going to be doing something really exciting, and that's that Allie, I, and Leo are all going to be heading down to the shop where Mountain Made Vans is hard at work, and we're going to start cleaning out Pamela Vanderson #1 and prepping her for sale. She does need, some components replaced, some fresh paint, has a flat tire. I mean, there's a lot of things that we need to go through, and we're not going to do all of that today, but we are going to head down there and see what we can get accomplished. So without further ado, we're going to hit the road. We were pretty much ready to go. Leo was in the car seat. We were grabbing our coats, about to head out the door. He's hungry. And we're just gonna feed him this bottle really quick, and then we're gonna hit the road. But this is a perfect angle and opportunity for you guys to see his eyes changing colors. You can actually see the brown in the middle. See all the brown pigment in his retina? Wonder if he's got big optic nerves like me.
When Leo was born, his eyes were very deep blueberry blue, which is really common in babies. And then up to 9 or 10 months old, their eyes change color. So we've always assumed that his eyes would turn brown because both of our eyes are brown. Trent's grandpa's eyes are blue, but pretty much everybody else in both of our family's eyes are brown eyes. So it's really cool to slowly be able to see the changing in Leo's eyes, going from a deep blue to a little bit of brown. It's starting to happen. It's pretty cool.
My eyes are hazel, but I wouldn't expect my wife to know that. What? What?
We're having an excellent morning.
All right, well, we just made our nice descent from the mountains down here into the valley. We've showed up here at Mountain Made Vans, and I think Bryce is here. Matt is on his way. We're gonna go inside and see what these guys are up to. Hello? Dad, are you here? How you doing?
Oh, just jamming out to Satan.
I didn't expect you so soon. I would have cleaned up.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Ah, the smell of fresh wood. It smells so good in here.
It's looking really nice. Matt did it. Bryce is in here working super hard trying to get all the tongue and groove up on the walls, and he's doing one of the hardest parts right now is he's trying to basically notch out the tongue and groove around the window, and these bump outs that in the ProMaster give you about an extra 6 or 7 inches of height or width on your mattress, and that allows you, if you're 6 feet tall like me, to be able to sleep widthways in the ProMaster, because if you don't do these bump outs, I can still lay widthways, but it's definitely not comfortable, and once you throw a pillow into the mix, your feet are against the wall. It's just little details like this that I didn't do on my first van, and I learned in Pamela Vanderson that this is a necessity. So these are some of the little tips and tricks that we get to use when building out these vans, and Bryce is doing an amazing job right now. I'm really impressed with the way all of the tongue and groove is looking right now. It looks awesome.
And I don't know if we ever said a huge thank you to all the support and incredible messages of people reaching out after we announced Mountain Made Vans. It's been unbelievable. The response has been huge. We're booked out for a while. I don't know if it's a full year, probably a full year at this point.
Yeah.
If you want to check us out, you can go to mountainmadevans.com, or you can check us out on Instagram at mountainmadevans. It's really, really coming together, and I cannot wait to see the fun stuff we have in store.
All right, so we're just doing a lot more brainstorming and going over some safety features and ways that we're trying to kind of pretty up the back doors and make them usable with shelves and some cool little aspects there. But now, I think the main reason that Allie and I are here today, not just to hang out at the shop and like be involved and brainstorm and do cool stuff, Pamela is pretty much sold. We have somebody that's very serious about buying her, and I think that this lady is actually going to purchase her this spring. And I don't feel good selling Pamela unless she's in tip-top shape, which means probably, you know, some paint here and there where she needs it. We're gonna have to, we're gonna replace the pee jug and get the toilet all cleaned and ready. I think the furnace might need to be replaced because it makes some noises when it fires up. Everything is gonna be replaced so that Pamela is gonna be almost like a brand new van.
It's the only way we'd feel comfortable selling her.
It's the only way I'd feel comfortable selling it.
Yeah.
And also, this thing is just packed full of memories.
Honestly, we know that we need to probably build a new van in order to accommodate our growing family, but I think both of us have just delayed this day for as long as possible because we don't want to sell Pamela.
It's sad.
It's just our first home, you know?
Yeah, and I really don't want to sell her, but also we're not using her, and we can't really take Leo in here, so we're probably not going to use her in the future. So the smart thing to do would be to sell her, and someone else will get a lot of enjoyment and really appreciate Pamela, and we aren't and won't right now. So
whoever ends up buying Pamela, we hope you enjoy her as much as we did. She's amazing.
Now we're gonna start cleaning it out. I'm going through some of the memories.
We cleaned out a lot of the van when we got it back originally from Argentina, and we kept a bunch of stuff in here that we thought we would continue to use if we kept taking trips in the van, and we've only taken 1 or 2 trips since we got it shipped back from Argentina last year. So I don't think there should be too much to clean up, but what there is all very high and sentimental value and stuff that we chose to keep. So it's gonna be hard.
Like these measuring cups.
Nope, not those measuring cups.
They're cute.
They are cute. We should put those in our new van. We should make a new van box.
Yeah, go ahead, make a new van box.
Okay. Aww.
Hey, those are from the matinees.
That's great. We should keep these.
The original.
Oh my gosh. We gotta keep that. It just needs new batteries.
I don't think it works. It feels really intense compared to the one we have now.
This is the license plate to our motorcycle that we left in Argentina that we actually got in Mexico and traveled with all through Central and South America. Definitely keeping this. Did you look in these cupboards, Trent?
A little bit. Nutella?
Yeah. How old do you think that is?
Ew, I don't know, but they feel gross. Probably still eat them.
It's all you.
May 26th, 2021.
Really?
Just barely expired. Our original coffee grinder.
Wow.
It's probably 10 years old.
Yeah.
And then this is one of the, I guess you could call it a prop. It's one of the things that we used when we were doing the photography for our cookbook.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, we made a cookbook while living in our van. It's called Van Made Meals. And we'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to check it out, or an iCard or something. But it was such an awesome experience.
It was.
While we were in Central America in the middle of nowhere, we did the best with what we had to make all of the, our favorite recipes that we'd made in the van. It's a little bit sad in here, just going through and cleaning out all of the cupboards. And also it's just it's amazing how much paint gets rubbed off from things that are inside the cabinets. The inside of our cabinets look 10 times worse than any part of the van because of things that were in there bouncing around. And we went on some really, really bumpy roads, let's just put it that way. But going through all of these cabinets, and then we get to what used to be our multimedia cabinet. It's where we stored all of our cameras and leftover gear and stuff like that, which all got stolen. But it's a nice little trip down memory lane to look at our little sticker wall right here. There's Transcend Existence, BKXC, Nomadic Movement, Raqueto Diaries. the schoolie straight out of suburbia. These are just like people that we met basically while living in the van or along our trip. It was...
I miss all of those people.
Yeah.
We got to get back on the road so we can hang out with cool people again.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
That's one of the big reasons for sure. Definitely. It's unbelievable how much stuff we've actually thrown away, how much stuff we still want to keep. Bryce.
Don't mind me now.
It's like emotionally exhausting trying to go through all this and decide, do we really need to throw this away? Like, there are so many memories attached to something as ridiculous as a pot or a pan or a cup, but they're like really falling apart, and some of them are even rusted. Like, you probably don't want to cook on them anymore.
It's our mini wok.
I know.
It's like a van-sized wok.
That's
the
perfect.
Coolest thing ever. I think we should take this home.
A lot of curry was made in that wok.
A lot of curry was made in that wok.
And speaking of curry, we just had a DoorDash delivery with some delicious lunch, and I think at this point I'm gonna step back and take a break and eat some food.
Trent's gonna keep working.
Trent's gonna keep working.
All right, so we got DoorDash delivered out here to the shop, and this right here is what's called a Cafe Rio burrito. Now, Cafe Rio, they started here in Utah.
It's like Chipotle.
But look at that burrito. I'm pretty sure it is kind of like Chipotle, but it's way better in my opinion. And I think Chipotle copied Cafe Rio, but if somebody knows what came first, I would love to hear the information. But I'm almost positive Cafe Rio came first. And they're amazing. And Leo's eating, we're gonna eat. It's time for lunch.
All right, lunch was delicious and a nice little break, but we have some serious work to do and not much time left in the day.
Adina.
I bet that's not good flour anymore.
Flour doesn't go bad unless you get weevils.
Ew. Don't open that. I bet that's really gross.
We don't have any weevils.
That's multiple years old.
The day is passing by rather quickly. We ate lunch for way too long. Leo's sleeping, so we've got a little bit of time, but we've really got to take care of this pile of so I just took all the stuff out of the van and gave it to you, and you just made a big pile of all the stuff. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with all of that stuff, and then we need to clean out the garage. All right, we've been slaving away. I just got through cleaning out the garage. Allie went through all of the stuff that she wants to keep, and then I took half the stuff out of the garbage pile and decided that we're gonna keep it as well because I'm a hoarder. I can't help it. I just want to keep garbage. We've basically gotten
99%.
almost everything out of the van except for like a couple things. I still, obviously I'm gonna need to go through and replace components, and then we're gonna have to do like a deep clean and then like a nice paint job, but it's like pretty cleaned out.
Sad. I just want to go for a trip. That's all I want to do is take it out and travel.
I mean, we're gonna go for a trip, but it'll probably be in a different vehicle, which is sad. But anyway, I got the garage cleaned out like I was saying. I'm gonna take some of this stuff home with us, and I think that's probably gonna do it for us today. We're gonna head back to the house, so I guess we'll see you guys then. Well, we made it back home. I built a fire, which I haven't been doing as much lately, but I've got a nice toasty fire going right now, and Allie is serenading Leo with her new guitar. I actually got Allie and her dad guitars for Utah. They both have like her dad's guitars in DC that they play whenever it's Christmas time and the family gets together, and they like have such a fun time. They're like this totally music-oriented family, and I don't fit into that aspect at all, but I like to pretend like I do. And when they were here, like they never have guitars to play, and it's like this like sad oh, well, we can't play these songs and do these things. And so for Christmas, I got Allie and her dad both basically these same guitars. It's nothing fancy, but it's something that they could play together. And now she's serenading Leo with it, which is awesome because Leo's like responding to it really well, and he's like looking at her hands and like giggling and like laughing at the notes being played. It's really cool. But I think we're getting ready to make some Green Chef. We're gonna have some dinner and then probably hit the sack. And I think Brandon's still sick, so I don't know if we're gonna do anything tomorrow, but we'll probably see you tomorrow.
Frank! What are you doing, bud?
Bad mommy.
Bad mommy?
You gotta quit leaving food in there. Every time you leave food in there, Frank gets into it.
I left a zipped up, fully sealed bag of mixed nuts in the sunroom, and Frank the Tank decided today was the day to live up to his name.
And this is like half chocolate.
I know. In case you're wondering, chocolate is not good for dogs, and Frank loves chocolate and has never ever shown any issue with eating a tray of chocolate Costco muffins, chocolate chip cookies, chocolate cake. Multiple times in his life he's done this, and I guess last night he wanted to have some mixed nuts as well.
Hello, Mr. Leo. Good morning, my son.
Look at this cute boy.
How are you doing?
You guys almost match.
He's got such a cute outfit. He's got his little elephant shirt and his little moose boots. Are you just having the best time? Are you having the best time? Anyway, bring you guys up to speed. It's been a couple days since we picked up the camera. It's also been a couple days since we've done any work. We have been a mess, and I apologize if there's like a weird transition from the end of yesterday to the morning of today, but that's just kind of the way life has been going lately. So I know yesterday, or what was yesterday for you guys, we were cleaning out Pamela. We did get all of our stuff removed. We do need to go in and do a deep clean, repaint, replace some appliances, do some stuff like that. It's not gonna be happening for probably a little while. But today we're gonna be working here at the house again, and I think we're gonna start prettying up the sunroom.
I'm constantly amazed at how much these finishing touches continue to transform the house. And we've absolutely loved building our own. Well, it started as a tiny home. I'd say it's now kind of like a tiny home on steroids. But if you want a tiny home of your own and you want to skip the build and head straight to the fun part, Omaze is giving you the opportunity to enter for your chance to win a tiny home of your own. And Omaze is the sponsor of today's video. Win a tiny home built by Modern Tiny Living and make your new place a weekend getaway, backyard office, or your main house. You can work directly with the building and design pros at Modern Tiny Living to create the pint-sized pad you want, with up to $130,000 to do it. Choose the architectural style and interior touches, including sleeping lofts, cabinetry, flooring, and built-ins. Entries support Hope of the Valley Rescue Mission, devoted to reducing poverty, hunger, and homelessness. They offer immediate assistance, like hot meals and housing, as well as long-term solutions like health services and occupational support. So for your chance to win a tiny home of your own built by Modern Tiny Living and support a great cause, you can enter for a chance to win at omaze.com/Trent Allie. Thanks again to Omaze for sponsoring today's video. We're gonna get back to it now.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hold this head up real high. In 2 minutes, he'll be like,
Now, a lot of you guys are really worried about having Leo on the counter because he could fall off, and it's true. And so I just want to let you all know he's only ever on the counter if we're right next to him, fully supervised. He is starting to roll, which we're really excited about, and that does make it even more risky to put him on a higher surface. So don't worry. Most of the time, if we ever have to walk away, he's on the floor somewhere safe, but the counter is just like a much easier height for our backs in our old age.
and we put him on the center of the countertop so that if he was gonna roll completely off of the counter, he would have to do a couple rolls. And he's never really even done like one unexpected roll, except for like when he's on his stomach. So we're pretty confident that he's not gonna do multiple rolls and end up on the floor, and we're usually, in an arm's reach, so.
We're always with it.
Maybe we're taking a risk, but we're also being calculated.
What do you think, bud? You want to build some more cabinets? What do you guys think? Look at the light hitting Leo's hair. Look at Trent's beard. I don't know, man. I don't know. I see a little bit of red tinge in there. What are you looking at, Leo?
He's like, I'm saying hi to all the people.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We'll see. His hair was pretty dark when he was born, and I feel like it's lightening a lot. It's getting a little bit thicker and a little bit lighter. I don't know if it's going to be light brown or actually red. Keeping my fingers crossed for a little bit of red. I guess time will tell.
All right, so we're doing a lot of brainstorming right now. We can't really find any examples or like photos of exactly what we want. We want to do like a big L-shaped bench right here, and that L-shaped bench is gonna have like a hardwood top, cubbies, boots and shoes, beadboard backing, upper cabinets, gloves and hats and helmets, floor to top of cabinet. Trying to determine how big the cabinets need to be, how we're gonna support them, which ones are gonna have doors, which ones are gonna be open cubbies, how we're gonna join everything together, the colors that we're gonna use. It's basically just a giant nightmare. And we're trying to be very strategic about the way that we brainstorm these ideas. We're just kind of like trying to visualize, and honestly, this is my biggest weak point, is visualizing what it's gonna look like once the actual thing is done. Like, I'll think of really cool ideas and things that I think will be cool, but I can't actually visualize what it will look like with this cabinet here in those colors until I build it. And then after I build it, it's usually too late. So that's why I usually like to get Allie's approval before I do anything, because then if she says, okay, I like that, then if I build it, I'm not in trouble because she said she likes it.
I know exactly what I want it to look like, so I'm very excited about building this. And free breast milk for everybody.
We set these outlets a little bit higher so that they would be able to sit above the bench. And so if our bench ends up at 18 inches, we do have a nice little clearance there for those.
I think really you just have to measure the height of Lika, because we need to be able to put her in one of these cubbies.
Yeah, well, they don't have any doors, so we have to put her in the upper cabinets.
Perfect. I also just realized we're creating a dog pedestal for them to jump up on and look out the window.
Very true. We're creating Lika stairs.
You happy about that,
Are you
Lika?
excited? Are you excited? You good girl. Oh, and your friend boy.
So many of you have been wondering, how are the dogs adjusting to having a baby in the house? Are they jealous? Are they protective? Are they aggressive? And the answer is they haven't really had to adjust very much. They have learned not to stomp on him, bite him, or even lick him, really. They'll come over and smell him when he's on the floor, but they do a really good job of walking around Leo. I would like to say not barking too much, but they still bark a lot. But Leo has adjusted really well and doesn't really wake up when they bark, which is also nice. So I would say we are all cohabitating quite well. No. I just let Leo kind of fall asleep where he was playing, which is a nice safe place, and I just put the blinds down. I'm so excited about our newest feature in the house. Look at this. Hey Alexa, open the master bedroom left blackout. Totally unnecessary, but really one of those fun little options you can add in when you build your own house. And so far they've come in very handy. Are you ready to go play? Oh, hi.
Let's break it into 4 cabinets and make a cut list. All right, let's do it.
Next stop?
Next stop, Helm's Deep.
that we used on the ceiling boards and the accent wall in the sunroom so we can match it to the bench in these cabinets that we're making, and I can't find it anywhere. So
I'm just gonna guess.
Pick a dark brown and we'll just go with it.
Alrighty. I feel like it was dark chestnut. Maybe it was dark walnut. Maybe chestnut. I don't know if dark chestnut is the color, but I think dark walnut is the color.
Dude, I don't know.
We're trying to debate on what that color, that stain was, and I don't really remember, but we're just gonna look at what's there and make an executive decision. All right, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that dark walnut is what we used before. So we're gonna use that and see what happens. All right, well, we got our pieces of plywood. We got some beadboard here that's gonna be like kind of a backer where the hooks are gonna be hung. We got a whole cart full of stuff right there too. And we even got our 2 butcher block countertops that are gonna act as the bench seat or the bench top. So we'll load it all into the truck. It's absolutely freezing out here. We're gonna head to the shop and start cutting it up. We're back. We made it to the shop. Little disclosure, Bryce is sick and Matt is probably coming in a little bit. So the shop is empty again right now, but we are actually here to get all these boards cut up and cut down. Brandon's got a cut list put together and we're gonna start chopping it into pieces.
Oh, speak of the devil. How's it going? Calm down, calm down. So luckily Matt got here just in time. If you guys watched our previous video of making face frames or doors for the cabinets in the laundry room, it was a little bit more difficult than we had anticipated. So Matt here is an expert, Brandon is an expert, I'm an expert, and we're all gonna teach Trent how to do this perfectly on the first try. Right?
Yes.
Don't give your heart to someone else, oh, and make it bleed. I might not have my own money, well, a steady job far as the eye can tell. Never mind any other now. You know he's gonna love you anyhow.
There it is, our beautiful mudroom cabinet.
Yay.
Looks great.
It's like adult Legos.
Is this all of it?
No.
No?
Some more.
Trent, are you wearing your prescription glasses as safety glasses?
Yeah, they're shatterproof.
Thank you.
Nice. So I'm super excited about these cabinets. I think they're gonna turn out beautifully, and we've decided to not put a cushion on the bench seat and just have the bench itself be a stained, beautiful butcher box. Can't say that. It's butcher block, not butcher box.
Yeah, one of the butchers.
One or the other. But do you remember last time we tried to do this? And we used Goo Gone to get the residue off of the sticky part of the...
Oh, that's because they used to put stickers on the actual wood. Look at how much smarter they've gotten.
Because we did this in Terry.
Yeah, and they used to put this with like the skew as a sticker on the actual wood, and so like peeling it off left like this big nasty spot. You used like Goo Gone, and then it like made the butcher block look terrible, and then we had to like put terrible Goo Gone over the whole thing so that it was uniform.
We used the underside. We flipped it over and used the bad side of the butcher block.
It had that giant hole.
And it ended up being really beautiful because it had like these knots and stuff in it.
It's true.
So just remember that you can always use the underside if you mess it up.
I don't think we need to. I hope not anyway.
Are you having fun, bud? Are you just watching? Yeah. Well, it looks like these guys got all the cuts done. Everything this morning that they've meticulously measured out, planned for exactly what we'll need to build these cabinets and benches for the sunroom, mudroom area. Hopefully, they measured it all correctly, and I guess we'll find out.
We did it. Got all the pieces cut.
You look so different in glasses.
Thank you.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, I look like a professor.
Professor Trent.
Yeah, right. I feel like I just said this like 2 videos ago because we were just doing this exact same thing for the built-ins in the laundry room.
It's true.
We got all the pieces cut. I think everything is set up correctly. And in the next video, we're going to be going up to the house and assembling everything. And this time we're going to pre-paint a lot of the cabinets with at least primer before we get them installed. Hopefully make that a little bit easier on us. But
Cool.
I think in the next video, we'll get pretty close to finishing the mudroom cabinets, if not completely finished. All right, well, we made it back to the house. It is really, really cold outside. It is actually 7 degrees outside right now, so my mustache was like freezing and like turning into little icicles of breath attached to my mustache while I was trying to bring in all these panels.
I feel like you look like, is it Bruce Wayne? Who's Superman?
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. You look like the redhead Clark Kent with
you.
those glasses on.
That's a compliment, I'll take that. These are all the pieces that we cut today. Everything is stacked there and basically ready to be assembled. But I think right now we are gonna come out of the sunroom, go into the main house. It's so cold outside. I'm about to start a fire. On the way home, we stopped and got one of our favorite meals, which is pho. I think this is where we're gonna call it a day. It's been a few days for us and 1 day for you guys, and we hope that you enjoyed
it.
If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to Omaze for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.